Hey, how you doing? This is Kim Reads Urantia. Nice to see you. I'm going to read from the Urantia book, but first I'm going to read a little bit from Light the Flame by Andrew Harvey. Today's June 4th. This section is from Giridhar Gamang, who is has been a politician from India, or political leader, activist from India. My boat is tiny and is laden with stones. Eddies are tossing it from all sides, and the helmsman is drunk, and the boat is midstream. There is a whirlwind, and on top of it all, rain is pouring in torrents. Girdhar the poet says, "O Lord, be the helmsman. Let your mercy be the oar, and let the boat reach the shore safe." Okay, so rescue me, help me. I'm in peril. I need your help. Here it says the helmsman is drunk. But you're asking Lord to be the helmsman. Well, I guess I know that depends on the will of the helmsman. If the helmsman is open to be guided by the Lord, then that would be. That's hard. Well, we have to let go of these circumstances, and we take on all these stones in our boat. And I think we have to learn not to take so many stones in our boat. But that's so hard when you care about the fate of the world, as this man obviously does care about his the fate of his beloved country. So you take on those responsibilities, those stones, and then that leads to war with all of these people that are care about things other than what you care about. Mostly people who are in it for themselves and their own profit, and they want to be free to make a profit by stealing, raping, taking the resources of the land that you love and the people that you love. So you take that upon yourself. That's really hard. So let's hope that the boat reaches the shore safely. Yeah, that's brave to take that on. And God bless you if you choose that. But I guess what I'd say to people who have those earthly and political concerns, and I have mine, sure I do, but your concerns are still those are earthly concerns. That's temporal, that's going to fade away no matter what. Take control of what you can take control over. And sometimes we make the supreme sacrifice and decide to go down with our ship if it doesn't get to shore in time. And that's a tragic and amazing thing, both inspirational. Okay, well, let's move away from that here and talk about paper number 7. the administration of the eternal Son, section 2 of paper 7. On Paradise, the presence and personal activity of the original Son is profound, absolute in the spiritual sense. As we pass outward from Paradise through Havona and into the realms of the 7 superuniverses, we detect less and less of the personal activity of the eternal Son. Okay, that's interesting. Okay, on Paradise, the presence and personal activity of the original Son is profound and absolute. But as we pass outward through Havona and into the realms, the personal activity of the eternal Son is less and less. But that's true of the Father too, that, well, his activity is through his thought adjusters, and he retains the prerogative. He can participate, but it's less and less because he delegates his authority to other beings. In the post-Havona universes, the presence of the eternal Son is personalized in the Paradise Sons, conditioned by the experiential realities of the Supreme and the Ultimate, and coordinated with the unlimited spirit potential of the Deity Absolute. Right. Okay. Conditioned by the experiential realities of the Supreme and the Ultimate, and coordinated with the Deity Absolute. Okay, so the eternal Son is kind of like the yang, sorta. So then the spirit must be like the yin. That's kind of what I always thought. In the central universe, the personal activity of the original Son is discernible in the exquisite spiritual harmony of the eternal creation. Right. The personal activity of the original Son is because it's perfect. The creation is perfect. So we can discern, can see the activity of the original Son. Havona is so marvelously perfect that the spiritual status and the energy states of this pattern universe are in perfect and perpetual balance. In the super universes, the Son is not personally present or resident. In these creations, he maintains only a superpersonal representation. These spirit manifestations of the Son are not personal. They are not in the personality circuit of the Universal Father. We know of no better term to use than to designate them superpersonalities, and they are finite beings. They are neither absonite nor absolute. All right. So there are superpersonal beings of the eternal Son, just as there are pre-personal beings that are the thought adjuster, or is that like subpersonal, superpersonalities, subpersonalities of the Father in our minds? But these are superpersonalities. Okay, again, I'm going back to how the eternal Son is what I think of the first relationship, the God of relationship. So if a relationship is an actual thing in itself that has a being that's a super personality. So a relationship can be quantified as a thing and can be qualified as a thing in itself that has an essence of its own. Then that must be in the circuit of the Son. Okay. The administration of the eternal Son in the super universes being exclusively spiritual and super personal is not discernible by creature personalities. Nonetheless, the all-pervading spiritual urge of the Son's personal influence is encountered in every phase of the activities of all sectors of the domains of the Ancients of Days. The all-pervading spiritual urge, which is the urge to connect, identify with another, of the Son's personal influence is encountered in every phase of the activities of all sectors of the domains of the Ancients of Days. Of course, the Ancients of Days, the whole universe is the domain of the Ancients of Days. Outside of Habona, the 7 super universes, right? In the local universes, however, we observe the eternal Son personally present in the persons of the Paradise Sons. Okay. Here is the infinite Son spiritually and creatively functions. Here the infinite Son spiritually and creatively functions in the persons of the majestic core of the coordinate creator sons. So he's here and he's mainly here with us in his creator sons, in Jesus. So that's where we look to. And remember, Jesus lived here, but if he'd lived on another planet, we'd know about him. We would still know about him, which seems really odd. How would we know something that's happening on another planet? But the other planets, probably except the ones that that followed the Lucifer rebellion, they're probably quarantined off from that. But they will start to know about that, about Jesus too. Okay, that's very interesting. Okay, I'm going to leave that there, and thank you very much once again for listening. Tomorrow will be on section 3, the relation of the eternal Son to the individual. Okay, thank you.